And like that, we are live, 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 live. In fact, one thing that I didn't do that I usually do is just make sure that we've got the right microphone set up. We've got the right sound. We've got the right lighting. We've got the right visual. Welcome to another Tuesday Night Live. My name is Craig Goldberg, and I am one of the co-founders here at inHarmony Interactive. And each and every Tuesday, we try and do it every single Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. We come live with an inventory update, a manufacturing and supply chain update, which is I know what a lot of folks are tuning into, and also a little bit about our technology and something that's new and exciting. What's happening, Rachel? It's good to see you again. Hello, hello. And we've got a bunch of regulars that hop on and join us every week, like Rachel. They join us live. And then we've also got, a bunch of people that watch us on the replay as well. So whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay, drop us a little comment and a big comment, and please let us know what you're thinking. Of course, if you have questions and I have the wherewithal to read the comments while I'm here live, I'm very happy to comment and very happy to answer your questions live. It's one of the reasons why I love doing this. I love the connection. I love the ability for us to come together. And frankly, I love the ability for me to get one message out to a lot of different folks, because there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes here from a manufacturing perspective, from marketing perspective, and of course, from everything that's customer facing, from user guides and helping y'all get your tech set up to we spent a good amount of time today tracking down a package that was lost, which doesn't happen that often, but it does happen every now and again when you're sending out 100, 150 packages, 200 packages a month. Inevitably, things happen. And today we worked very closely with a customer that FedEx says it delivered and it didn't deliver. So at least it hasn't delivered yet. So we've got a claim open. And anyway, there's a whole bunch that happens behind the scenes is really why I share that story. And I want you to know that we are a small and very dedicated team to making sure that each of our customers gets exactly what they were expecting. We want expectations to be met. And of course, we do that with a ton of appreciation and a ton of gratitude. So for those of you that are watching, let's start with first inventory update. I know that is what is on just about everybody's mind. And we did get notified of a little bit of a delay. So that container that I told you was actually set to deliver yesterday. If you watched last Tuesday's live, I was exceptionally excited to bring that container inbound and to accept it. It was cruising into the port of LA. The updated landed date that we have is now February 21st. So it was pushed out 2 weeks. And nonetheless, we're still getting updates. We still know where the vessel is, but I'm hoping, fingers are crossed, that is the day. And I was kind of anticipating some delays. Obviously, I'm watching everything that's going on just like y'all are. And it just is what it is. So our transport company notifies us when they know, we know, but we've paid all our fees. We've paid the port. We've made sure that we've got everything set in stone in order to do it. So at this point, we're looking at the 21st. So for many of you that have been waiting for your meditation cushions, I appreciate your patience. At this point, it looks like probably the first week of March that we're going to be delivering. I don't anticipate more delays. I really don't. But that's what we're looking at. We are expecting a few more cushions to come in between now and then. Some of those are going to be refurbished. Some of those are going to be new. Once we get them in, we will then be able to identify what's new, what's refurbished, and we'll start shipping orders, oldest orders out first. I think we're about 40 or 45 units on back order. So I probably won't get enough units in between now and that container to ship everything. However, I do hope to make a healthy dent on our meditation cushions. And rest assured, there's 380 meditation cushions sitting in that container. Yay, Suzanne. Indeed. Yay. 380 cushions. There is 70 beige cushions and 310 black cushions sitting in that container. So we will be able to ship all of our back stock. We'll be able to turn our marketing back on, and we'll really be able to start charging after it. We've been sitting idle for the last few months while we wait for these meditation cushions to come back into inventory. And believe you me, every single day, it's something that we are pushing for and striving for. as the entire country of China goes on New Year's and kind of enjoys what is ultimately entire shutdown for the entire month of February. They start coming back online kind of last week of February. And what got out, what didn't. And we got our first container out. That is for certain. And we have 2 more containers coming after they returned from the new year. So a happy new year to everybody over there, no doubt. That takes us to practitioners and sound lounges. Practitioners, we just got 10 in, 7 went out. It leaves me with 3. I might be shipping 1 out tomorrow. We'll see how this whole shipping endeavor and claim goes through with FedEx. We'll see if that package shows up. If it doesn't, 1 more of those is going out. I have 2 in stock. I have at least 5 coming in the next week, maybe even 10 coming in the next week. We'll find out from our production team in Tijuana exactly what's happening there. But I know I have at least 5 coming in and maybe even 10, which is super exciting. And then for sound lounges, so basically we're in stock. I'm going to be making some updates to the website tomorrow as far as notifying what's in stock, what isn't. I'm also going to be updating the video that is on our website because obviously we got updated information. So I want to make sure that everybody's in the know and that we're being as forthright as we possibly can be on those product pages. Sound lounges, I think I have 5 in stock right now. We sold another one yesterday. So 5 sound lounges in stock, 6 that are at the warehouse that have not been accessorized yet. We're waiting on amplifiers to come in. That's the next piece to this puzzle as far as managing the supply chain is amplifiers. So we're working on that. And then I have 34 more that have already been made that are at my factory, just waiting to cross the border and come into my warehouse. So we've got a good amount of sound lounge inventory in stock right now. And of course, the long play historically has been materials, foam, and the manufacturing process. Transducers, of course, are made specifically for us. So all of that just takes time. And now, of course, we're hearing about amplifier delays. So we're searching for alternative options always. We're constantly doing that research and development, constantly looking to innovate and find better solutions, especially in this post-COVID manufacturing world. It's a daily thing to be focused on. So we are working on that. It's pretty exciting. BrainTaps, of course, are always in stock. They've got, I know the shipments that they've taken, and they've got quite a bit of inventory in stock. So the BrainTap ships directly from their warehouse in Chicago. And I've sure been spending a lot of time with BrainTap, and the folks at BrainTap was on a great webinar today with them. And tomorrow, the entire team comes into Vegas for a show at the MGM, I believe it's Parker. And I'm pretty excited to see Dr. Patrick a couple times over the next few days, to see Sean and Michael and the entire team over at BrainTap. So super excited about what we're doing with them. And of course, the integration for the Cocoon experience is it's one of the crown jewels in our offering and our product offering and a partnership that we're really excited about. So thank you to everybody over there at the BrainTap team. And of course, thank you to the very spectacular Lynn Fisher for bringing us together in the first place. I sure appreciate you. Let's take it back to how I use the Sound Lounge, different protocols. And of course, I get asked a lot about the music that's inside our app. Specifically for clinics, I get asked about specific protocols and how to use it, and how it applies to specific aspects of our overall health and wellness. We're not an FDA cleared device. I have no interest in becoming one. We do not deal with or talk about any recognized disease states by the FDA. So first and foremost, I don't mention them. I'm not even going to mention them today. But if it's a recognized disease state by the FDA, it's not something that we treat, and it's not something that we are allowed to talk about. So I don't even talk about it. That's about the extent as far as I go in talking about it. I love the FDA. I appreciate you. But that's not something that we work on specifically. So our tech tends to go more in the energetic space. So we focus on chakra balancing. We focus on overall health and wellness. We focus on overall impact to the mind-body connection. And of course, overall impact to major muscle groups, to the nervous system, and to bringing the body back into balance. And I'm always happy to talk with anybody offline. It's the same conversation, but we can dig into a little bit more of the specifics individually as to exactly the benefits and what that looks like. Calming and relaxing the nervous system, resetting a nervous system from parasympathetic or from sympathetic to parasympathetic, right? Sympathetic being stressed or fight or flight, And of course, parasympathetic being associated with calm and relaxed. So think of all the beautiful benefits that come from a calm and relaxed demeanor, a calm and relaxed nervous system. And that's one of the benefits. Another one of the benefits is calms and relaxes the major muscle groups. It has an impact on anti-spasmodic, right? So a muscle that's twitching, it tends to calm and relax. This is something that's really, really powerful because personally, I just got back into running and doing yoga in the morning and getting back on my workout routine. If you'll remember a couple weeks ago, I told you that I got an adjustment, and in that adjustment, something up in my rib cage popped. I heard something that I just hadn't heard before, and what it led to was a very sore chest and rib cage for a couple weeks. It's actually good now. I can cough and sneeze and clear my throat. I wasn't able to do any of these things for at least the first week or so. And I was on the Sound Lounge on a regular basis, right? I was regularly calming and relaxing the muscles that tightened around whatever that injury was, which was leading to the pain that I was experiencing. So getting on the Sound Lounge and utilizing that regularly, sometimes I would just put on 40 hertz using the inHarmony Music Meditations app, a journey through 40 hertz, and I would just lay on it while I'm texting or watching something or talking on the phone and just enjoying those vibrations. Other times I would do a formal session. I love 22 minutes at 6:39, which we'll talk about. I am in harmony with my surroundings. What a spectacular track. It's one of my favorites. 963, To Connect to My Higher Self, is another one of my favorites. And we'll talk about track selection here in just a moment. But I ran again today. For those of you that know me and know me for a long time, I've run 2 Ragnar relay races in my time, which is this insane 200-mile relay race. It's a team thing, but you run about a marathon, a little bit less than a marathon over the 30, 35 hours that you're running. It is absolutely bonkers. I will not be doing it again, but I do enjoy running. And I haven't been like in a year or two. And I'm sure that's thanks to my amazing daughter and the benefits and responsibilities of fatherhood. But today I said, I'm getting after it and I'm doing it. And I sure did. I did some yoga and stretching this morning with my daughter, which was awesome. And then this afternoon, I just ran 1 mile under 10 minutes. Woohoo. And I'm starting to get back into it. I can already feel my body starting to tighten up. I can already feel muscles in my back that haven't worked, muscles in my arms and shoulders that haven't even taken the attention that I've given them over the last 10 minutes, right? That run, I already feel them starting to tighten up. I'm getting some body work tonight on my practitioner, and I'm also getting on my Sound Lounge for my own session on the Sound Lounge. So regular attention, regular use is what obviously breeds the most benefit. The person who gets on the Sound Lounge the most is going to experience the most benefit. And I need to tell myself that as much as I'm telling each and every one of you. The track selection, to be honest with you, is less important. Yes, each track has its intention. And yes, each track has a specific focus. However, it's music, it's broad spectrum. So at the end of the day, your body is getting a lot of similar benefits from each track. However, in all of them across the board, you are moving your brain into a theta brainwave. And we've tested this with EEG. And for those of you that are familiar with theta brainwaves and theta healing, theta is one of the most spectacular and beneficial brainwaves to experience. We're supposed to be experiencing them as we sleep at night or if we drop into a deep meditative state. However, many of us are not experiencing a theta brainwave long enough for the rejuvenative processes to happen while we are supposed to be in a theta brainwave state. So getting on the Sound Lounge, experiencing our tech, listening to music meditations for 11, 22, 33, or 66 minutes, 2 hours is soon to come, breeds or brings your brain into a theta brainwave. And a lot of things start to happen when you're in theta, including rejuvenation at a cellular level, which starts as you drift into a delta, but it also happens when you're in theta, as well as a physical level. So a lot of the processes in the body when you're in theta start to kind of run themselves as far as cleansing, cleaning, and bringing out toxins and that sort of thing. So there's a lot of powerful things that happen, including a lot of emotional release. So a lot of the patterns associated with our emotions are released in that theta brainwave. So it's a very powerful place to be. And that's where you are when you're on the Sound Lounge predominantly. Of course, you're drifting in and out, but music harmonizes your brainwaves. It's remarkable research. So anyhow, getting on the Sound Lounge on a regular basis, listening to the inHarmony original music, which are the 10 solfeggio frequencies created by the very spectacular Anthony Weiss, listening to the overview, listening to the new tracks that we just rolled out, including Ben Holt's Dynamic Breathwork, including Ripples, which is a collaboration between Home and Fibonacci, listening to The Lovers, which is Fibonacci's track that we just released. All of this new music is absolutely remarkable. And it's particularly exciting for me when you're a practitioner that you're using the tech yourself so that you're familiar with the impact that that track had on you. And you can then embark that upon your friends, your family, and of course, your clients as well. As you can see, inHarmony Media, which is our record label, is starting to take off. Anthony and I actually just met for an hour. We got a meeting tomorrow with one of our first artists, which we're super excited about. And we're going to continue to sign on new artists that want to work to building a brand that's focused on microtonal music, that's focused on music that moves your soul using technology, just like ours. And there's an entire platform that's going to be rolled out, and there's an awful lot for us to talk about. I'm going to have Anthony on here live. We're going to go through it together, and we're going to tell you all the great things that we're doing, as well as the artists, as well as places where you can find us on Spotify and a variety of other outlets where we're always going to have exclusive tracks inside our app. So for those of you that have lifetime access, for those of you that are paying monthly or annually, you're always going to find exclusive tracks in our app. However, we are going to start releasing tracks through inHarmony Media out to the rest of the world. Now, the tracks to the rest of the world are always going to be less than 5 minutes. So not always, but for the most part, are going to be versions of the tracks in the app that we have for 10, 15, 20, 30, 60, 2 hours, whatever. The longer tracks are going to be in their app. The shorter tracks are going to be released out because that tends to be how most people listen to those tracks anyway. And we want to start attracting attention to our app so that we can build that community and build the app itself. So we're super excited about continuing to iterate and innovate. And I'm super grateful that each and every one of you are along for the ride. So there's our weekly update. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of our community. Thank you for sharing this feed. Thank you for hitting the bell or the like button and getting notified when we go live. And thank you for your patience as these meditation cushions make their way ultimately to our warehouse and ultimately to each and every one of you. I hope you have a spectacular day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.